Hi and welcome to the fourth video of AZ900 Microsoft Azure Fundamental Series. My name is Amit Kumar and I am Microsoft Certified Azure Solution Architect. In this video of AZ900 Microsoft Azure Fundamental Series, I am going to discuss core Azure architectural components, which includes region and region pairs, availability zones, Azure resources, resource groups, Azure Resource Manager, Azure subscriptions, and management groups. What is Azure region and region pairs? A region is a geographical area containing at least one but potentially multiple data centers that are nearby and networked together with a low latency network. With more global regions than any other cloud provider, Azure gives customers the flexibility to deploy applications where they need to. Azure is generally available in 52 regions around the world with plans already announced for 6 additional regions. Example of Azure regions are North Europe, West Europe, UK North, UK South, Germany North, Germany West Central. Now, what is region pair? Each Azure region is already paired with another region within the same geography, such as US, Europe, or Asia, at least 300 miles away. This approach allows for the replication of resources such as virtual machine storage across a geography that helps reduce the likelihood of interruptions due to events such as natural disasters, civil unrest, power outage, or physical network outages affecting both regions at once. Azure serializes platform updates so only one region is updated at a time. So example of Azure regions are West US paired with East US, Southeast Asia paired with East Asia. Azure Availability Zone is a unique physical location within an Azure region. Each availability zone is made up of one or more data centers with independent power, cooling, and networking. The physical separation of availability zones within a region protects application and data from data center failures. Zone redundant services replicate your applications and data across Azure availability zones to protect from single point of failure. The example of availability zones are Central US, East US2, West US2, West Europe, etc. With availability zone, Azure offers industry best 99.99% VM uptime. Azure resources are instances of Azure services that you create, like virtual machines, app services, storage account, SQL database, Azure function apps, etc. All these are Azure services. Every time you create an instance of service, you are creating a resource. There are hundreds of Azure services. Azure resource groups are a fundamental element of the Azure platform. A resource group is a logical container for resources deployed on Azure like virtual machines, app services, storage account, SQL database, etc. Let's say we need a virtual machine, storage account, and SQL database for a web application project, and we need same resources for development and production environment. So we will create two resource group for each environment and keep resources like one virtual machine, one storage account, one SQL database in each group for this respective environment. So benefits for these groups are administration is very easy. Cost management is easy. So in the Azure portal on the cost analysis blade, you can see the cost of running each resource. And access control is easy. You can use role-based access control, which can be applied at the resource group level. This makes it much easier to manage user access to the resources in the group. Azure Resource Manager is the interface for managing and organizing cloud resources. You can think of Resource Manager as a way to deploy cloud resources. It serves as an essential component of Azure deployment and provide a unified management layer regardless of the toolset used. Whether you use the Azure website, Azure CLI, Azure PowerShell, or any of the many other methods for managing Azure resources, your commands all utilize Azure Resource Manager. An Azure subscription is a logical container used to provision resources in Microsoft Azure. It holds the details of all your resources like virtual machines, databases, etc. Azure offers free and paid subscription options to suit different needs and requirements. The most commonly used subscriptions are free subscription, pay as you go, enterprise agreement, and student subscription. So first is free subscription. An Azure free subscription includes a $200 credit to spend on any services for the first 30 days, free access to the most popular Azure products for 12 months, and access to more than 25 products that are always free. In pay-as-you-go subscription, charges you monthly for the services you used in that billing period. This subscription type is appropriate for a wide range of users, from individual to small businesses and many large organizations as well. An enterprise agreement provides flexibility to buy cloud services and software licenses under one agreement, with discounts for new licenses and software assurance. It's targeted at enterprise scale organizations. An Azure for Student subscription includes $100 in Azure credit to be used within the first 12 months, plus select free services without requiring a credit card at sign up. You must verify your student status through your organizational and email address. Every Azure subscription includes free access to billing and subscription supports. It also includes Azure product and services documentation, online self-help documentation, and community support forums. Azure management groups are containers that help you manage access policy and compliance across multiple subscriptions. These containers provide scope above subscriptions, allowing a level of inheritance applied to that management group or any parent group. This allows a single mechanism to leverage RBAC to your subscriptions rather than assigning them individually. Let's look at sample question. Your company plans to migrate all its network resource to Azure. You need to start the planning process by exploring Azure. What should you create first? Options are subscription, resource group, virtual network, a management group. So correct answer for this is a subscription. So basically, the first thing you create in Azure is a subscription. You can think of an Azure subscription as an Azure account. You get billed per subscription. So that's the first thing you will create. So correct answer is a subscription. Second question, you need to identify the type of failure for which an Azure availability zone can be used to protect access to Azure services. What should you identify? Options are a physical server failure, an Azure region failure, a storage failure, an Azure data center failure. So the correct answer is an Azure data center failure. Basically, availability zones expand the level of control you have to maintain the availability of the applications and data on your VMs. An availability zone is a physically separate zone within an Azure region. Each availability zone has a distinct power source, network, and cooling. So, by architecting your solution to use replicated VMs in different availability zones, you can protect your apps and data from the loss of a data center. If one zone is compromised, then replicated apps and data are instantly available in another zone. So the correct answer is an Azure data center failure. Thanks for watching this video of AZ900 Azure Fundamental series. Please leave your feedback in the comments. In the next video, I'm going to discuss Azure Compute Services, which include virtual machines, Azure App Services, Azure Container Instances, Azure Kubernetes Service, and Windows Virtual Desktop.